Hello, and thank you for watching the 111 Pine Street Fire Life Safety presentation. Due to the current COVID crisis, this year's presentation will be recorded and provided to you via PowerPoint. Thank you for your cooperation. My name is Jason McAuliffe. I'm the Fire Life Safety Director here at 111 Pine Street. 111 Pine Street is a multi-use commercial and retail property. It has 5 passenger elevators that serve the lobby through the 18th floor. We have 1 shuttle elevator in the bank branch that serves the basement through the 2nd floor. There's 1 sidewalk elevator that we use for deliveries. The building has 2 open smoke shafts in the stairwells that are also called smoke-proof enclosures. They both run the entire length of the building from bottom to top and have been designed to allow smoke to escape in the event of a fire so that the building occupants may exit more safely. Today we'll be covering the fire safety program. This includes tenant wardens, floor wardens, searchers, stairwell monitors, elevator monitors, and assistance for the disabled. Your firm may have one or all of these monitors. The tenant warden should be identifiable. The use of caps, hard hats, armbands, bright vests, or jackets are highly recommended. The tenant warden implements your firm's emergency procedures plan. They update the contact information for emergencies. They help coordinate the life safety presentation that we are discussing today and distribute it to the rest of your firm. A tenant warden should know where the fire extinguishers, manual alarms, and exits are located and their use. Report any hazards for correcting. Maintain your firm's emergency supplies. Floor wardens. Floor wardens assist the tenant warden on assigned floors or lead in your area of assignment. Floor wardens should exercise their authority during an emergency or a drill. Guide all personnel to the emergency stairwell exits. Be familiar with all fire and emergency related equipment, including its location. Be familiar with the floor or area of your responsibility. Searchers and searching. Some firms may incorporate searchers, otherwise it's the floor warden's responsibility. Check areas such as offices, conference rooms, cubicles, storage supply areas, server rooms, IT rooms, and IDF rooms, as these rooms can become very noisy. Also check break rooms and restrooms. Stairwell monitors. Remind all personnel to follow the green or red illuminated exit signs on the ceilings. Close all doors. Do not lock them. If possible, mark all vacated rooms with a post-it note at the door at doorknob level or lower. This is for the fire department to identify the room that has been checked. Have a predetermined place to meet with the tenant warden, floor warden during your floor, on your floor before relocating. Report to the tenant warden any names and locations of any personnel who refuse to relocate and or those who may need special assistance. Stairwell exits. The stairwell exits are located at the west and east side of the building. Is the stairwell safe to enter? Is there smoke? Is it heat? If the exit is unsafe, redirect personnel to the other stairwell. Exit into the stairwells in a single file manner. Stay to the right of the hallways and stairwells. The San Francisco Fire Department and I will be coming up the stairwell to investigate the cause of the alarm or to assess the emergency situation. The stairwells have been retrofitted with electrified locks that will unlock in the event of a fire alarm activation. Our emergency stairwell lighting has been updated to provide Safe egress in case of emergency or a power outage. Always remain calm and quiet. High heels and raised shoes should be removed. Remember, walk and never run. Do not push anyone. This can only increase the risk of spreading panic, and please use the handrails. Elevator monitor or floor warden. Do not allow anyone to use the elevator during an emergency under any circumstance. Direct personnel to the nearest emergency exit stairwell. Ensure the smoke doors have it closed. If the area becomes unsafe, leave immediately and report it to your tenant or floor warden. The elevators will recall automatically to the lobby or the designated floor. Disabled assistance. Provide the building a list of all persons who may require assistance in the event of an emergency. This is located at the FCC room for the San Francisco Fire Department. The tenants must maintain a list and update it with current injuries and/or pregnancies as needed. Assist personnel who require assistance to the emergency exit or exit stairwell. Wait outside the stairwell door for the fire department. They will relocate personnel who needs assistance. Fire protection devices. Device activation. If a device detects fire or smoke, this will cause an automatic activation of the fire alarm. Strobe lights will flash and alarms will sound, followed by an announcement. Fire smoke doors will release, they will close and latch. The fans will automatically shut off to prevent supplying fresh air to the fire and to prevent the spread of smoke. Fire department will be notified and dispatched by our monitoring service via the UL listed central station. The fire alarm panel will enunciate the floor and area of activation. Automatic fire sprinklers. 111 Pine Street is a fully sprinklered building. The sprinkler system is an integrated system of underground and overhead piping designed in accordance with the NFPA standards to automatically release and control the spread of fire. They are located throughout the building and are visible on most ceilings. They activate individually when temperatures reach approximately 165 degrees. They do not all discharge at once like you would see in a movie. Per the fire code, we shall maintain 18 inches of clearance below any sprinkler head for proper activation and operation at all times. A sprinkler head releases more than 60 gallons of water per minute. Imagine a 5-gallon jug, 12 of them, spraying out of one sprinkler head in 1 minute's time. Please remember to keep at least 18 inches below all sprinkler heads clear. Automatic fire sprinklers. Some reminders. Sprinklers are designed for water distribution. This is a typical calculation of a sprinkler head. Do not stack boxes too high. This can also obstruct the operation of the sprinkler devices. Nothing should ever be hung from the head that will hinder the operation of a sprinkler system device. Smoke detectors. Smoke detectors are located throughout the building. They detect smoke by photoelectric or ionization methods. The smoke detector will activate the building's fire alarm system. Second through 18th floor elevator lobby smoke detectors will recall the elevators to the first floor. A first floor elevator lobby smoke will recall the elevators to the basement. Never attempt to cover or tamper with a smoke detector. Please always contact your building engineer or the building management office. Manual alarms or pull stations. The pull stations are located at the east and west side of the stairwell exits and some lobbies. Do not block pull stations with plants, scooters, carts, or printers. NFPA states you shall maintain 36 inches of clearance at all fire equipment. This includes pull stations, fire extinguisher, hoses, and risers. Use them only for fire emergencies. Fire extinguishers are also located within 10 feet of emergency exits. Fire department generally does not recommend fighting fires. They would refer to the acronym FIRE, which means find, isolate, report, and exit. Should you choose to fight a small fire like a smoldering trash can, you should pull the alarm first. Fire extinguishing devices and fire extinguishers. Here's an easy acronym to use for a fire extinguisher. PASS. P-A-S-S. Pull the pin at the top of the extinguisher. Aim the nozzle at the base of the fire. Squeeze the handle to discharge the extinguisher. If you release the handle, the discharge will stop. You should be approximately 8 feet away from the fire. Sweep. Sweep the nozzle back and forth at the base of the fire. After the fire appears to be out, watch it carefully since it may reignite. Pull, aim, squeeze, sweep. Another acronym to remember would be RACE. R is rescue and relocate anyone in immediate danger. A is alert others by activating the building fire alarm. C, confine the emergency by closing the doors. E, evacuate immediately. Do not use elevators. Use the stairs. The public address system. High-rise commercial buildings built before 1975, which are over 150 feet in height, and all newer buildings have a PA system installed. In buildings that relocate, announcements will be made to all moving floors. The message you hear will convey information concerning the incident using a printed script. This is to ensure that the same information is relayed accurately every time. The message will be read at least twice to ensure that the entire floor affected will acknowledge the emergency. Also remember that the fire alarm itself is a form of communication. It is very important that the sound of the alarm be quickly identified and reacted to correctly. The public address system. It's located in the fire alarm speakers. Pay attention to all messages and tones. Follow the instructions. Never disregard the instructions. If a tone emits from the speaker without a message, begin to relocate just for your safety. The relocation message would sound something like this. Attention, attention. May I have your attention, please? A fire emergency has been reported on your floor. Please proceed to the nearest stairwell and relocate to your designated level. This will be repeated twice. Smoke doors. Smoke doors will be located at the elevator lobbies and the exit corridors. They are connected to the building's fire alarm system and will release when activated. The smoke doors will help prevent smoke from traveling to other floors, and they are designed to create a safe path to the emergency exits. They will close and latch and generally do not lock. To open a set of smoke doors that have been closed, simply use the push pad or turn the lever. If you are exiting from a First Republic Bank floor, you will see green exit signs, exit buttons. If for any reason the door does not unlock, please press this exit button and it will unlock the door for you to safely travel to the exit stairwell. The emergency stairwells and exit doors are located at the east and west side of each floor. Remind all personnel to follow the illuminated exit signs on the ceilings. This is a typical evacuation plan that's posted in the elevator lobby of the 4th floor. Emergency stairwells and exit doors. Reminder: do not tamper with or damage the emergency stairwell doors. Do not apply tape, weather stripping, or prop open the emergency stairwell doors at any time. Never use door stops or wedges to hold open fire doors. This includes suite entry doors. Any of the above can cause a malfunction with the door and its design purpose. The stairwell doors are fire-rated doors that are meant to seal out and contain fire, usually for 90 minutes. These are typical nameplates for a fire door at our building. As you can see, the typical fire rating for that door is 1.5 hours. Audio and visual notification. Notification appliances here at 111 Pine Street are speakers, strobes, and combination speaker strobes. Relocation. Relocation is the concept employed in high-rise buildings for moving those in the immediate area of the alarm or fire, relocating them away from the immediate threat to allow firefighters access for initial assessment and attack. Typically, this is the fire floor, 1 above and 2 below. Relocation is the first step of the process to allow the firefighters a chance to determine scope and magnitude of a fire. Further relocation or evacuation may be ordered by the fire department. Relocation is based upon a time factor. The NFPA estimates that a 50-story building fully occupied would take approximately 2 hours and 11 minutes to totally evacuate using only one stairwell. This is clearly unacceptable, hence the creation of the word relocation. Relocation. Relocating by 4 floors is mandated by the San Francisco Fire Code, which should be performed in 4 minutes or less. The low-rise portion of the building, basement through 6th floor, evacuates. The high-rise portion of the building, 7th floor through 18, relocates. You may be required to relocate more than 4 floors. Should you encounter an obstruction in the stairwell, enter the floor and cross over to the opposite stairwell. When in the stairwell, if you encounter a stairwell door that will not open, continue walking down until you find a door that will open or that you have evacuated the building. This is the exit path to the street. The yellow and green exits will end up on Front Street. This is a Front Street ATM where the west stairwell exits, the east stairwell exits, and if you were evacuating from the basement or the branch, this is where you will exit. This is an example of a fire at 111 Pine Street. There's a fire on the 16th floor. The fire has been activated by a sprinkler head. Somebody saw it and pulled the pull station, or it was automatically detected by a smoke detector head. The 17th floor will go down to the 13th floor. The 16th floor will relocate down to the 12th floor. The 15th floor will go to the 11th floor. And the 14th floor will go to the 10th floor. During this time, the San Francisco Fire Department will be dispatched automatically to our building. By the time you are relocated, they will be attacking. The reason for the relocation is for staging and command. We need to keep the stairs clear at all times. One floor below the fire, they will be bringing hoses up to extinguish the fire. 2 floors below, they will be setting up a command and dispatching firefighters. Down at the street or the lobby or possibly the FCC room, the battalion chief will be setting up an attack plan to rescue and put out the fire at the building. In case of alarm, always listen to the fire alarm announcement over the fire alarm PA system for instructions. Do you know what floor you will relocate to? Upon arrival at the relocate floor, it's important. Stay calm. Move directly towards the elevator lobby, reception, or open area for safety. Make contact with someone who occupies the floor. Hopefully the receiving floor warden will be waiting for you. Inform them that there is an emergency above and advise them that a large group of people will be arriving. Stay together and do not wander the floor. Keep your noise level down. Businesses do continue on the floor that you have relocated to. Wait for further instructions over the fire alarm public address system. At the conclusion of a fire alarm activation, the San Francisco Fire Department is the only one that could authorize re-entrance after an emergency situation has been resolved. Please do not approach the lobby and ask if you can come back into the building. Once the fire department has declared the building safe, they will inform the chief engineer and myself, and we will notify security. An announcement will be made to the affected floors, and security will notify the floor wardens that have been evacuated. The announcement will be similar to, "Attention, attention, may I have your attention please? The fire department has declared the building all clear. It is now safe to return to your floors. Thank you for your cooperation." Once the fire alarm panel has been reset, the stairwells will automatically relock. Please be patient and use the elevators to return to your floor. There will be many personnel trying to return to their floor also. If you are a First Republic Bank employee, the internal stairwell that runs from the cafe mezzanine to the 11th floor is not an emergency exit. It does not exit the building, and it is not designed to unlock in case of fire. The only way to enter and exit through these doors requires authorized card access. This month we will also be participating in the Great Shakeout, Earthquake Preparedness and Earthquake Drill. Earthquake preparedness. Be informed and make a plan. Organizations that can help you provide the information needed to make a plan and prepare for an earthquake event are the San Francisco Office of Emergency Services, the San Francisco Fire Department, and the U.S. Geological Survey Emergency Information. You can also find some great information at shakeout.org. Earthquake preparedness. Store emergency supplies. Each office should have enough emergency supplies to last the firm at least 72 hours. These will be the supplies to support you after the initial event. The items should be stored and maintained in an accessible area. When the shaking starts, drop. Duck or drop down to the floor. Cover. Take cover under a sturdy desk, table, or other furniture that is not likely to tip over. If that is not possible, seek cover against an interior wall and protect your head with your arms. Avoid dangerous spots near windows, hanging objects, mirrors, or tall furniture. Hold. If you take cover under a sturdy piece of furniture, hold on to it and be prepared to move with it. Hold the position until the ground stops shaking and it's safe to move. What to do during an earthquake? Why would you stay in the building? Falling debris, concrete, bricks, glass, windows, most high-rise buildings in the city are of curtain wall design. This means that the sides hang from the base of the building. This is a typical installation of a curtain building. Also, falling debris and concrete from a building, as seen here in the picture on the right in Mexico, shows you that damage can be from falling debris. There's also an aftershock risk. Public transportation, bridges, and highways may also be shut down. You can always shelter in place. You'll have the survival resources needed. Your family will also know where you are. Things to remember during the quake. Emergency service will be in high demand. Be ready to be without power, water, and phone service for at least 72 hours. Not everything is going to go according to plan. It's important to make adjustments and improvise as needed. Stay alert and be aware of your surroundings. Be aware of predators, hazards, and aftershocks. If you are indoors, stay there unless it's dangerous. Stay focused and stay as calm as possible. Decision making will become a lot easier and more rational. There will be no electricity and limited lighting. Conserve your battery as there may be no cell service. There will be no running water. What you should not do in an earthquake. Do not use electronic devices and/or computers. Your first thought should not be to tweet or Snapchat the event. You should not go live on Instagram or Facebook. After the quake, check for injuries and damages. Close off areas with significant damage or hazards. Gather people in a safe room or area. Place injured into another safe room or area. Use flashlights. Avoid using lighters or matches because of possible gas leaks. Limit telephone use to a minimum and preserve your battery. Stay alert and informed. If you have a battery-operated radio on hand, you can tune in to KNBR, KCBS, or KGO. Other emergencies. Medical emergencies. Remember to make an attempt not to move the victim unless he or she is in a specific position where further injury could occur. First, call 911. Always err on the side of caution and contact emergency responders. Second, we ask you to please call the lobby security so that our security staff and engineering department can assist the arriving medical personnel with locked doors and elevator access. Please post someone from your firm by the elevator lobby to meet the arriving medical personnel and guide them to the person needing the medical attention. If you have a bomb threat, keep the caller on the line if possible. Ask questions. Who, what, where, when, and why. Listen to background noises. Listen to identifying characteristics. Call 911. Report anything suspicious to authorities immediately. Active shooter situation. Take immediate cover. Get low. If possible, take cover behind a solid object away from where you believe the shots are coming from. Always be aware of your exits and escape routes. Active shooter situations are unpredictable and will vary by situation. Security tips. Lock your doors when your suite is vacant, or if you're working alone. Secure your valuables out of sight. Have emergency numbers and cell phone numbers readily available. Know where all your exits and safe areas are. Always report suspicious activity as soon as you notice it. Homeland Security encourages public safety, and if you see something, say something. Basement exits. Where are they on your floor? Where do they lead to? Basement exits should be followed to the exit signs. They will lead you up the stairs to street level. Once you're on the first floor, the exit signs will lead you through the lobby, through the stairwell exit to Front Street, or through the branch to the other Front Street exit. The first floor exits. Where are they on your floor? The first floor exits from the cafe are highlighted in yellow. The first floor exits from the branch are highlighted in green. In closing, just remember that high-rise fires do happen. 3 years ago in the summer of 2017, there were 3 highly publicized high-rise fires. The Grenfell Tower in England was 24 stories high and lost 80 lives lost. 70 people were injured. The Marco Polo building, which is a condominium in Honolulu, had a fire on July 15, 2017. It was 36 stories high, 3 people lost their lives, and 7 people were injured. The tallest high-rise fire in 2017 was 79 floors. There were no injuries and no deaths reported. So please remember to stay calm and safe. If you have any questions, please contact your tenant warden or floor warden, or reach out to the building and we will do our best to help you. Thank you for your time and patience. Please review your handbook and the materials issued.